Yes, you got it locked here on CHRY 105.5. This is On the Rise, and I'm your host, DJ Hotshot. And we have Andrina in the building with us here, kicking it. So, you know, how have you been?
I've been good. Working.
Working?
Yeah, man. Just trying to, get the wheels turning again.
Okay. And you know, you're a woman of many talents.
Yes.
You're a singer, songwriter, and then now you actually dabbled a bit in producing.
I've been producing. I produced from the first mixtape. But,
oh, really?
Yeah, I just kind of never really said anything. But I've always been co-producing. I've always been writing, singing. So, yeah.
Okay, that's definitely dope. So you say you've been working. You've just dropped your album, Naked.
Yeah.
How's been the whole work process?
I don't know. Like, I kind of decided, it was maybe a year ago, that I was just like, forget it. I want to just try something different. I wanted to just kind of come into myself and just do what I felt like doing. And that's when the process began for Naked. So it was just like 365 days of just sitting and writing and working. And I got to work with several different producers from the city.
You said you wanted it to be something different.
Yeah, definitely. Different from what I was doing before. I mean, not in the sense of not doing me, but just, I've grown, I've changed since I dropped Ready to Fly, and that was 2009. So, it's been a time difference, and so I kind of just wanted to show the maturity, the growth in the music, the lyrics and stuff like that. So
so all that sounds good. You said you dropped Ready to Fly, and then you also had All Eyes on Me.
All Eyes on Me was after.
Okay, and then you took the little break to kind of figure out what you wanted to do with Naked.
Yes.
So let's say for someone who didn't get a chance to listen to Naked yet, how would you say it's different from All Eyes on Me and Ready to Fly?
Ready to Fly was kind of me just, I was going through an ignorant phase. Ready to Fly, to be honest. It was just like, this is me, this is who I am, like, notice me. And then All Eyes on Me was really just kind of a body of work where I wanted to just display my, songwriting talents. But Naked was just kind of more of a personal side. I think a lot of people who got to know me around the city knew my music but didn't know who I was personally. So this was kind of just the album for, the fans and for people who enjoy the music to get to, relate on a different level, different sense. So
let's talk more about Naked.
Yeah.
So what was your concept behind Naked, though?
Really just being, open as a person and being myself. A lot of people don't really, I think a lot of songwriters tend to just write songs but and avoid writing based on experience. So I wanted everything on the record to be based on personal experience and beyond just the love concept, the concept of love between, parents and children, the love between, just family and, a husband or whoever, so just kind of wants to touch on different elements.
And that's something that Ada actually pointed out to me. She's like, listening to it, she's like, you can tell that she's writing from experience.
Yeah, like it sounds so honest. I think it just sounded.
Do I sound depressed?
No,
not even that. It just sounds. It sounds very real and
relatable.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what I felt was important. I think a lot of times I was writing from experience, but I tended to shut off it sometimes. So this time I was just like, forget it. We're writing about it.
Yeah.
So I got my daughter on the album and everything. Put her to work. But yeah. So just been busy.
Okay, that sounds good. And I remember when you dropped the prelude, was it Breathe?
Breathe, yeah.
The video, and I think it said like love is impossible until the soul becomes naked.
Yeah, love is impossible to hide.
Okay,
once the soul becomes naked.
Yes.
Yeah.
So is that like in reference to just the music itself, or just in general?
In general, I think if you are, as a child, sometimes you can't lie to your mom or you can't lie to your dad. They can just see straight through you in their mind. It's the same thing if you fall in love with somebody, and they have you at that, complete state of vulnerability. And that's really what I wanted the album to express, how a person behaves when they are completely honest and open with somebody or, someone that they love. And
that's dope.
That is especially because I was listening to it, and then when I got to I think the track was psychosomatic, and I liked it because at first I was like, what is psychosomatic, and then you gave the definition and stuff, and I was like, it makes a lot of sense, especially, and you definitely, when the songs that you're singing coming from basically the heart, the soul, like you can tell, and even the way that you're singing them is like you hear the emotion in your voice.
Oh God.
I know you look so shy right now, like embarrassed that.
And that was I wanted to avoid. I'm kidding. No, I just wanted it to be, an honest and open record. So
okay, and you mentioned before earlier that you have been dabbling in producing for the first mixtape album, and now you have like Toronto produces Bassline on there.
Yeah, shout out to Bassline.
Yeah, shouts out to Bassline. He was on the show here like a while back. But, shouts out to him. He's definitely been putting in a lot of work. Yeah. You also had Snaz Spins,
Ricky Tillo. He's a guitar player. Then I have Ivan Docs Ortho from New Jersey, and I also have Hit Boy.
Yes.
I hope I didn't miss anybody. And Ben Ford, he's my guitar player. He's always Rich Kid. Socrates. Yes. So
a lot to name. So with those songs, did you work together for them, or is it more like they send you stuff and you're like, okay, can we tweak this?
Well, with Bassline, usually me and Bassline will either go back and forth or we'll sit together and create. Me and Snaz we sit together and we'll just like bang out numerous records. So we just ended up coming up with a couple for this album. But that's usually. But I'm more of like I tend to work alone at times. It's weird. So I'd be like, can you email me the WAV files? Like it's geeked out stuff. But it differentiates different songs.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope.
You know what song I really like? Your first track, Naked.
The
first one. And I noticed. I don't know. I want to ask you this. Did you harmonize that with your voice? Was that all? It's all
my voice. There's only two instrument tracks.
There's orchestra strings.
There's strings and then there's like a synth and that's it.
Yeah.
And everything else is my voice.
I thought that was crazy. That was so dope. That track, the first one caught me. That's what made me fall in love.
And that was actually the first song that I did for the album.
Yeah.
That's where the concept kind of
started, and you're like, this is where it's gonna. This is what it's gonna be. Yeah. It set the tone completely. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It sounded really good. Even me listening to it, I was like, it's dope. You're harmonizing in the background, and it sounded really. I don't want to say really structured, but it's well put together.
Yeah, it's very well put together.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm just echoing Hotshot over here, but like, I'm just like,
I hope it works.
Yeah, no.
That was a plan.
So it sounds very well put together. I know music has been in your life from since you were young.
Yeah.
I think I read that you went to music school.
Yeah. I went to Etobicoke School of the Arts. My father is a musician as well. My mom was like the R&B queen growing up. So it was all like Luther Vandross in the house and stuff. But music has just been a huge part of my life. It's always been in the family. It's always just been around. So me taking it to another level now is just, I think, just destined to happen.
Yeah. And do you have like any let's say brothers or sisters or cousins that are also into it? Is it like something that runs in the family?
My younger sister sings, but she tends to avoid it. I don't know why. My dad sings. I teach piano lessons as well and vocal lessons to a bunch of students, and some of them are my nieces and my nephews. So they listen to me. But I think music is such a good thing, especially when it comes to education. A lot of times parents don't realize when you have a child that's disciplined and learns how to play an instrument, they'll take their math and their English more serious as they get older. So
that's one thing for sure. And drawing back to like you playing the piano and playing instruments and even production in general, I know you had the little series where you were doing the covers and you just see you playing the piano and I was like,
go down to my
which is a lot of fun. Was it something that you said you just wanted to do, like hey, I want to cover these songs and
actually a friend of mine, Tika, she hit me up and she was like, you should do hip-hop covers. And I was like, you know what, I'm such a hip-hop head too. She laughs at me for it because I'm like Mobb Deep, Wu-Tang all day, but she was like, just take some new songs and just sing them over. And I was like, I can do that, why not? So I kind of just did it for fun. I knew the album Naked was coming and it was in the process, so I kind of wanted to just tap into what was happening on the hip-hop side of things. So
okay, and it definitely worked. I was looking forward to hearing the next interpretation of his song
of 2 Chainz or Rick Ross.
Just to hear the vocals in such a softer, nicer tone, just to hear how it's going to sound different.
Oh man.
So I was looking forward to it for sure.
It was fun. It was a fun process.
And how did you end up getting Hit Boy?
I worked with Hit Boy a couple years back, being a writer with Universal Publishing. He's under the same label, so we got to sit in the studio a couple times and really just sit and work. And Blue was one of the records that we did. So when I wanted to use it, we actually used it for All Eyes on Me, but then I wanted to use it on Naked again because I still felt that the record didn't get the attention that it deserved. I felt that it was for me personally, it was one of those songs I just went in the booth and started singing it. And so I felt that it belonged on Naked, It really belonged there. So yeah.
Thinking about the amount of tracks that you have, because I was surprised that you gave away so much.
22 songs at one time.
At one time. Was it too hard to choose, or?
No, I mean the first record was 23, so but there's snippets and there's skits in between, so it's not like it's just 22 songs of me crying, but there's spaces in between. So it was kind of intentional to be that long.
Okay.
Yeah. What was the creative process with the skits?
I don't know. Okay, the skit before Terminator, I don't know if you can remember it, but that's all me. So like the girl and the dude and
the phone call.
The phone call. That's me and a coworker of mine, also just going back and forth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it was an easy work process. I had the Pro Tools, so I sit behind and tweak the things, to sound the way I want them to sound. So it's cool.
Cool.
Okay, and did you always have this, like, I guess, full creative control for the first the first two solo mixtapes and albums? You always had this creative control?
Yeah, well, Ready to Fly was me and Lissa Monet.
Okay.
But that was definitely like my vision. Like I had vision doing Ready to Fly from years before. But All Eyes on Me was really just kind of a body of work of the songs that I had been working on that I felt, I wanted people to hear. But definitely always been, my vision when it came to things. But definitely having a team around me has helped create the vision and take it to another level. And they'll give me advice sometimes. Andrina, don't use that song; it's too long, or something. So it's definitely a team effort. But I get the final say.
Yeah, for sure. And that's always a good thing, because you definitely don't want to compromise your artistry. Just because people think it might not work.
Yeah.
So that's always a good thing. And just thinking about Naked, the album, you gave us a full-length album for free, which is good. And what's one of the things you wanted the listeners to take from it?
That there's no shame in being honest. There's no shame in being open with somebody, or just kind of stating how you feel and where you are in life and what you expect from somebody, or what you feel you deserve. I think a lot of times some people settle for less just because they think a person will just well, you're gonna tolerate it anyway. It's like, no,
you have to love me.
Exactly, you just have to love me, girl. Like, no, like just I kind of wanted to show people that we are all human. We all break at times. We all have our breaking points. So
sounds good. That sounds good. So what we are gonna give to the people right now is your first single off of Naked. This one's My Boo.
Yeah.
Produced by Baseline, who's straight out of Toronto as well. So